Okay, so we're moving on to the yellow ribbon cutting. This yellow ribbon represents the celebration of the completion of the VAC capital improvement project that's been taking place over the last 18 months. And that those capital improvements have included what you're standing on right now, which is this court floor, which replaced, as I'm sure many of you remember, a gray carpet. It also represents new carpet on the entry stairway, new flooring on the second floor hallway, new flooring in the second floor classroom, and it represents improvements and upgrades to the 2 classrooms that we currently have. And then the 4th phase was the creation of a new classroom on the second floor, which I hope you'll all have a chance to see, which will be both a classroom and a multimedia exhibit space. And it's a dark room, so you'll see there's a slideshow going on there now, which helps to show off the space a little bit. And this literally was finished within the last week or so, but it's been a long process, and we want to recognize a number of people in that process. And I'm going to hand it over to Catherine Rickbone, the Executive Director of the Oregon Coast Council for the Arts, to recognize some of those folks.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tom. You know, the various improvements that Tom just mentioned would not have been possible without some strong guidance and leadership from a lot of people, and I'm going to be mentioning that in just a moment. But I think before we get started on some of the particulars of this, that we need to give a big shout out to Tom and his OCCA VAC Director leadership over here during this time. Tom? You know, it takes someone here all the time doing this, and the Oregon Coast Council for the Arts, you know, we manage the Newport Visual Arts Center and then also the Newport Performing Arts Center. We have a contract with the city of Newport to do that. You know, having these improvements is something that really provides community input and pride. We have heard already so many things about how these various improvements really up the game and how it presents art and how people experience it. And that's really important. So a group that meets monthly, sometimes twice a month, is the VAC Steering Committee. They are always hard at work doing things, and I hope, as if you see me keep looking around, because I'm trying to make sure that I get all the names, and if not, let me know on this. But Mike Clegg is our chair of the VAC Steering Committee. Mike over here, thank you. And then you'll be hearing more from Mark Salins. He's the City of Newport City Council liaison. We have an OCCA board member, Kay Moxonus, over here. She's on the VAC Steering Committee. We have a community member, Dietmar Goebel. I think you're back there. He's on the steering committee. Mary Peterson represents Coastal Art Guild. She's on the steering committee. Have I missed anyone who is right here now? Other members on the steering committee are Clint Ayers, Ellen Hertel, Ken Hartwell. Mary Peterson, I've introduced. She's back there. So, okay. So, and if anytime you're interested in coming and sitting in on the committees, we meet Tuesday mornings, sometimes first Tuesday, sometimes second Tuesday, whatever. But anyway, to thank the Visual Arts Center Steering Committee that was born out of our visioning. A number of you I know were at those 5 visioning workshops that were upstairs in December, January, February of several years ago. And so that momentum continues. We also have here in this building 2 major community partners. One of them is Uquina Art Association, and one is the Coastal Art Guild. And just very briefly, Ted, I believe you're going to make some comments from YAA, so here you go.
All right.
Now, who's going to take your picture when you're up here?
Selfie.
I will.
Okay, well, will you take
Well, as you may have noticed, I've got a camera. I'm in the photography club, and actually YAA has many, many different artists, over 130 different artists that are current members, and we use this facility to the max. I mean, we give free classes, so anybody who's not familiar with it, we have play class, paint class, pencil class, watercolor class, photography classes. So they're just pastel. Which one?
Pastel.
Pastel. Sorry. Anyway, they're free, and there's if you go down the YA gallery just below us, there's a list of all classes when they meet, but they're free. This is a community project YA supports, and the photographers meet the first and third Monday of every month. And the images that you're going to see in the upstairs classroom, the new classroom, which used to be our dark room, but is now going to be used as a projection screen probably for our photographs. Those are images that we have entered into the Columbia Council of Camera Clubs, which is our competition area. So those are competitive images that we sent in for the Columbia Council of Camera Club. I think that's enough.
Ted, thank you very much. Ted. We appreciate the support of the Uquina Art Association, and they contributed funds to, all of these projects. I'll get to that in just a moment. Our other community partner, who's been with the building since it opened in 1983, is Coastal Art Guild, and I understand Pat Briggs is going to make some comments. Okay. Thank you, Pat.
Hello. Well, I'm pleased to be here on behalf of the Coastal Arts Guild, or we call it K. It's a City of Newport volunteer organization dedicated to supporting the arts and artists of Oregon Coast. And I wasn't sure when it was founded. Now I just heard it was 1983, so I think does that make that 32 years then? Anyway, it's been in existence for quite a while. And what I understand is it developed in response to the city's need to have somebody sitting here in the gallery. And so currently we have about 40 members. The Coastal Arts Guild provides volunteer docent services sitting here in the gallery from 11 to 3, Tuesday through Sunday. So that's our main service that we do. We also, I think this is just interesting, so I think you should know that we once a month stuff the water bills for the city.
Oh, that's been going on since day one.
Well, we do receive some funds for doing that, and those funds then come back into Visual Arts Center. For instance, we donated some money for the floor. So, and then besides that, we volunteer our services to take care of the building and inside, and also like landscaping. We make sure the landscaping is taken care of. So it's a fun thing, and I think we're all really proud of what we do. And we're very happy with the flooring. It's wonderful, and the carpeting and all the changes upstairs. It's all great. And as part of our time sitting in the gallery, we're required to keep track of the number of visitors that we have here every day. And we've noticed a definite increase in the number of visitors through the summer and the fall, particularly in the months of August and September when we had the Dorothea Lange exhibit. So that's pretty exciting. And we heard a lot of really positive responses to that exhibit also. So again, on behalf of the Coastal Arts Guild, we're pleased to be here tonight. And you'll see our members scattered around and helping, which we do at all the openings. So thank you.
And I really appreciate that. and of everything and everything. And what Pat was referencing is that in the course of any year, somewhere between 17 and 21,000 people, come in here to the Runyon Gallery, and we keep very specific clicker numbers and records. So a lot of people come here. They come from 40, 42, 45 states, several dozen countries, 80, 90, 100 and more Oregon towns. I mean, it's really amazing what is happening here. And so I want now to indicate that we do have some OCCA board members here, and I'd like to have Kay Moxness come forward, but also in the audience is Sarah Gale. She's one of our OCCA board members. And I don't know if anyone else slipped in, but Kay, would you please, a few words?
One more round.
Yes, what? Oh, Kathleen Dinellen, our treasurer, thank you. Anyone else? It's really hard to see people there.
Well, thank you, Catherine. And again, on behalf of the Oregon Coast Council of the Arts Board of Directors, I'm so happy to see everyone here. And we're very pleased with our wonderful showing of all these entrants to the show. And I asked Tom if he could kind of remind me and tell me all the important business partners that were of help in getting all this work done, all the work in this building. And I just wanted to make mention of them, and if you'll forgive me for reading them, to make sure I don't leave anyone out. There's Agate Beach Paint, Carpet One, Gary Stevens Construction, and Above Board Electric, and Abbey Flooring and Carpet. And I can't overemphasize the importance of the business community in an effort like this. It's just so significant. And we are very grateful for their partnership. And I hope you enjoy the show. And that should be all I need to say.
Thank you, Kate. A project of this size, of course, has many partners. We've already talked about some of them, but certainly we can't leave out the Ford Family Foundation, where OCCA wrote a grant to get a core of funds to get started. They weren't able to come and be with us this evening. They give their greetings. The Ford Family Foundation has various grant categories, and one of them happens to be the Haley Ford, in the museum over in Salem, grant category for visual art improvement. And so that's what helps make all of this possible. Also, when you go upstairs to the second floor, you'll see a showcase. It's called the Coastal Oregon Visual Artist Showcase. And you just met Karen Nichols a little while ago. She's opening her exhibit there. But that showcase was made possible by a variety of donors, whether it's Ford Family Foundation, Oregon Arts Commission, the Nye Beach Merchants Association, some other people. You can read the plaque up there. But so it's very exciting that the Ford Family Foundation is still part of the renovation and exploration of what we're doing here at the Visual Arts Center. So right now I'm going to turn this back to Tom.
Thank you, Catherine and Kay. And I just want to make sure we recognize a couple of volunteers who really made this whole project happen. The entire steering committee was involved with the capital improvement project, but there were a number of people who really donated pro bono services in a major way, and that was architect D. Mark Goebel and Bob White, and general volunteer and superstar Gary Lane. I want to I just want to reinforce the project's connection to both the city and to the different organizations that are involved. I don't think we would have gotten the grant from the Ford Foundation if we didn't have support from the city, if we didn't have financial and otherwise financial support from the Aquinnah Art Association, financial support from the Coastal Arts Guild, financial support from the VAC Maintenance Fund, which was just general giving from the community. Not only did that increase our odds and chances of getting the grant from the Ford Foundation, I think it really built a solid foundation for us moving forward with these different partners and groups. I want to recognize a couple dignitaries in the audience. We have City Council Person Laura Swanson. Thank you for being here, Laura. City Council Person Wendy Engler. Thank you, Wendy. And our liaison from the City Council is Councilman Mark Salins. And I'm going to welcome Mark to the podium.